Welcome to our today's meeting. Today is the 12th of March, and it is time for our scheduled meeting. So let's check the connectivity, whether you can hear me and see me. I think you can see me for sure, although I cannot be really sure, but I see tens in the chat. Okay, colleagues. In this case, let's not waste time on checking the connectivity. Right now we have almost 700 people online, and I think people will still be joining us during the meeting. Okay, today, colleagues, we're going to have a sweet and short meeting, but quite information-packed. And the information that we're going to hear today is going to be an information that you've been waiting for quite some time, I think. So, colleagues, right now, we are going to disable the chat in order not to distract each other. I will take some of your questions today, but let's stick to the regulation. I see you're asking questions about verification and support tickets. We're not going to address those problems during this meeting, obviously. So let's be tactful and let's stick to the plan. Okay, friends, right now, recently we had a meeting and we launched registrations on Micron Global platform. Quite a lot of things have happened since or during that time, and on RSW Systems we also had quite a lot of activity that is still ongoing, and we will talk about it all one by one. So first, colleagues, as far as our current program is concerned, I'm talking about GTI funding optimization plan to make sure we can scale the technology, UST. So that plan, that program was announced to be effective until the 14th of March as a provisional deadline. And remember, I told you that we will monitor the dynamics of the operation of the updated platform. I'm talking about how the registrations go, whether they go smoothly, whether there are any troubleshooting needed. And in parallel, we are implementing the GTI funding optimization plan, and we decided to use as a tentative deadline mid-March for the program to end. And I would like to give you some very good news right now. So the discount 700 program with the maximum discount 770 will be extended until the 21st of March. And I would like to make a very important announcement right now. The 21st of March is going to be the last day when on RSW Systems platform packages for new investors will be available. Well, they won't be available for old investors unless you already purchased a package and you want to make a second and a third package later. So 21st of March is going to be the last day you will be able to purchase new packages. So that's the last day of sales. So what does it give RSW Systems platform clients? Right now, you can lock in the current discounts, 700 and 770, because those discounts will be available a second time. I'm talking about the investment packages that are being sold right now on our platform within the current months and the current discounts, but also very soon people will be able to make a second purchase of the same package and then a third and final purchase of the same investment package. that because we first launched them on the 25th of January. Remember, according to the funding optimization plan, all of the packages within the current investment proposal can be repeated 3 times in total. So you activate it first time, then you make a repeat purchase, and then you make a second or a third purchase. And the maximum period is 15 months in total. If you keep paying for the package on a monthly basis, if you pay for the installment plan early, you will have the second and third purchase open earlier as well. But that process hasn't started yet. I'm talking about the repeat activation of that same proposal. So today is Thursday, the 12th of March, and the activation of repeat purchases will happen no later than Monday. Monday is, let me take a look, it's the 16th of March, so not later. 16th of March is the last date when our clients will see a pop-up window that will tell you about the opportunity. If you purchased a package in January, February, then you will see information that now a repeat purchase is available for you. If you purchased in March and also paid the installment plan in full early and got discount 770, you will also see the activation of the second purchase. In other words, to simplify it all, on the 16th of March, at the latest, probably it will happen on the weekend as well, we in our back offices will have the opportunity to activate the second round, the second cycle of purchasing the investment package on the same terms. So this extension until the 21st of March is provided for several reasons. The first reason is because, well, I wanted to give you this one update right now, but probably I'll give it later. Okay, let me start over. On the 21st, we're gonna extend it until the 21st of March because quite a lot of partners are asking us to do so, to extend the promotion. On the other hand, we fully realize that those discounts will never be repeated again, because with the launch of the Micron Global platform, the highest discount is going to be 700, and then it will gradually be reduced. Well, I can tell you right away that there might be some intermediate promotional offers, for example, related to some important events. If they will be available, they will be available for a very short period of time, not like a month, 2 or 3. For example, if we take the current promotional offer, it's been available 2 months now, because right now we are implementing the funding optimization plan. So the discounts on the updated platform will top at 700, and then they will gradually reduce. So the base discount will be several hundred points lower than 700, so which means a huge advantage right now for all of us. So it's very important for us to understand the value of the proposal that is still has been extended until the 21st of March. So what's going to happen next? On the 21st of March, midnight, well, night from 21st to 22nd, that's when the promotional offer ends, and you won't be able to purchase new packages anymore. So what does it mean? There will be new packages available, and today I'm giving you the final date when Micron Global will launch sales. It's gonna happen on Sunday, on the 5th of April. We're going to have a huge event dedicated to the launch of sales on Micron Global, and it's gonna happen on the 5th of April, on Sunday. The time will be given in our news feed. So please, dear partners, colleagues, and investors, wait for the announcement in our channels. And here's another interesting thing. There will be a break, like 2 weeks break, almost 15 days, and then on the 16 days, we're going to have the launch of sales. So we're going to have 2 weeks of downtime in terms of sale of pre-IPO shares. There will be no sales, which means several things for us, which implies several things. What does it give us as investors? We realize that within the funding optimization plan, quite a lot of pre-IPO shares have been sold at the current discount. That plan yielded very good expected results, probably even exceeded the expected results for that program. So all of that program has been implemented thanks to the efforts of each of us, including all of our partners and investors who are present here right now. And I would like to thank you, dear colleagues, for that. And I also understand that you appreciate the opportunity to get extra pre-IPO shares and also appreciate the having those pre-IPO shares in your investment portfolio. And also remember, I told you there is a whole pool of such pre-IPO shares specifically dedicated to such occasions. And we've already exhausted that pool. So there will be a break between the 22nd of March until the 5th of April. And that time will be dedicated to address, for us specifically, to address all of the technical tasks. I'm talking about, for example, tickets to the support, customer support service. So right now, we need to resolve all those issues and tasks that you gave us, financial, technical, operational, because there are quite a lot of such tickets submitted to customer support. So we need to ensure a gradual, smooth transition from one platform to another, and we need a break for that. So right now, we will be suspending the sales on the 22nd because the pool of pre-IPO shares is almost exhausted. And also we need to address all the pending issues. And thirdly, especially it applies to our regional and national leaders, we need to prepare for a very good quality start. So this is not a relaxation time. This is not a rest time. This is a time for your most active work. So if we go back to the pre-launch on Micron Global, so right now, people are actively registering on our platform. I'm talking about investors who want to become clients on Micron Global, whether they came from SWIG, SWC, or RSW Systems, doesn't matter. So now everyone united around Dr. Unitsky to activate and to start with new inspiration, new motivation, with new vision of the future in terms of UST scaling, and activate on the new platform, Micron Global platform. So colleagues, if you consider yourselves among such active partners, right now, in those 2 weeks, we need to get ready for the launch of sales. So what does it involve? Let's go one by one here. First, you, if you haven't done it yet, need to register on Micron Global. First, you need to get verified on the Micron Global platform. In the initial period, especially during week 1, verification took more time for us compared to today and a lot of partners complained about the speed of verification, but gradually we are speeding up, accelerating the verification process so clients don't have to wait too long. So verification right now goes faster than in the beginning, because in the beginning we had a huge inflow of new clients, and now we are leveling out. And if you haven't done it yet, if your partners from your network didn't register and verify, please do it in the next 2 weeks. Second, this information applies to our active leaders most. So a lot of our leaders had their own ranks on the previous platforms. And you know that we can offer on Micron Global equivalent ranks to motivate you, to give you a better start on our platform. So right now, doesn't matter on which platform you were, you can transfer your old status or apply your old status to the new marketing plan on our updated platform and get right away an elevated rank, an equivalent rank, because your personal purchases will be counted towards your rank, and also your network building achievements will also be taken into account. So you as leaders will not have to build your career from scratch. So we already give you a certain head start so that you have the opportunity to immediately enjoy higher commission when working with us. So those of you who already registered and who had high statuses or ranks on the previous platforms, then you need to submit an application through customer support asking for the equivalent rank on our platform. So colleagues, right now, you have almost 3 weeks to do that before the sales start. So you have time to get fully ready yourselves and to get your structures and partners ready as well. Moreover, you have an opportunity, and I will tell you what kind of a meeting we're going to have in the future and what it's going to be about. You'll be able, from the period from 21st of March until the 5th of April, to prepare your prospects, potential investors and clients, for registration and for them to be ready to start purchasing new packages when the sales open by depositing money in advance, so that when we launch the sales, they don't have to waste time, because we're going to offer very good terms and conditions for your marketing efforts. And we're going to talk about it on Saturday, next Saturday, on the 21st of March. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Saturday. So Saturday next week. And on the 21st of March, I'm going to give you all the news in detail, what kind of terms and conditions are going to be offered once Micron Global sales launch, and what kind of discounts will be given for you to get ready. So let's sum it all up. From the 21st of March until the 5th of April, it's going to be a technical troubleshooting and technical issue address time for us to get ready for the launch of sales on Micron Global. So on the 21st of March, we're going to have a huge meeting where I will announce the terms and conditions during the start. And then on the 22nd of March, we're going to have a closed meeting with all the leaders from across the world. So it's going to be an international closed meeting. It's on Sunday, and we're going to work with leaders locally in regions. So we have someone opened the whiteboard. Okay, friends. In this case, on the 21st of March, we are gonna meet. We're going to discuss the summary, the results of the funding optimization plan, and we're going to shut down the sales on RSW Systems. This will be one of the items on the agenda of that meeting. Probably we will discuss some technical details related to the process. I will gonna answer some of your questions. And on that same day, we are going to, and I'm going to announce the terms and conditions for the launch of sales on Micron Global. And now, friends, let's go back to... So I see the people are asking me to repeat it again. So the 21st of March is going to be the last day of sales on RSW Systems. So you will still be able to make purchases throughout the entire Saturday. Midnight Sunday, sales will not be available anymore. So where was I? So let's go back to what we have right now. So today is the 12th of March. So packages will be available for sale for 9 full days. So colleagues, I can tell you for sure that the discounts, the terms and conditions that you get right now, 700 plus, those discounts probably might be repeated once again for a very short period of time, but the highest discount you can get on Micron Global will be 700. That's it. That's the ceiling. Then it will be lower and lower. So what does it give us today? It gives us the opportunity to lock in the discount 700 plus and use that again during a second purchase and a third purchase, repeat purchase. So you will be able to enjoy that same discount 700 or 770 if you, for example, pay it in one go in March. So if you do that, if you made your first purchase in January, February, of course, you will be able to enjoy the terms and the discounts that applied in January, February. So you will be able to make a second purchase and then a third purchase. And then if you do make a purchase right now, you will still be available to... you will still be able to make 2 more purchases on the same terms. So you will get that opportunity until the 21st of March, and you will see the possibility to make a second purchase on the 16th of March. After the 21st of March, sales will close, and you will only be able to pay for packages already purchased on RSW Systems. Therefore, by understanding what's ahead of us, where the company is going, UST company is going, the course of Unitsky's group of companies, and I'm talking about the potential creation of infrastructural development corporation in different countries, we have a clear vision that commercialization, large-scale commercialization of UST technology is not far away. It's around the corner. So I think literally in 1-2 years, we will see how commercial projects will be scaling up, not just in Belarus. There is a potential in the Vietnamese market. Similar potential is present in the Kazakhstan's market. And we all saw the news about it, that the UST company held or carried out engineering works in Kazakhstan. So what I'm saying here is that projects will very soon scale in actual practical terms. I'm talking about design, construction, bringing into operation, and so on, which will affect the capitalization of our investments. It will affect the revenues of GTI so that those revenues can turn into profits and we can share in those profits. So discounts in 3-6 months can drastically drop to the baseline data level, which is discount 40, discount 70. And that's going to happen like at a snap of a fingers, when discounts can rapidly drop to the starting level of 40 or 70. So right now, the so-called old-timers, the guardians of the idea and advocates of UST technology, has a unique opportunity to lock in that discount, the currently available discount. Remember, I told you, partners were asking, should we keep discount 600 if we can? And I told you, yes, of course you should, because in 1 month there will not be even discount 600 on our platform. Well, in 2 months probably the discounts will be lower than 600. But you will still be able to enjoy your old discount 600, which means right now you have a unique opportunity to lock in discounts higher than 600. But remember, the original terms of discount 600 implied that you can keep that discount for life, or better, for the entire period of sales of GTI pre-IPO shares. So even after you make 3 purchases of the package at discount 700 plus, you will still be able to enjoy your old discount 600. So all in all, discount 600 is even more beneficial for you, because when discount 700 ends, the market discount will be probably 70 or 100, and you will still be able to enjoy discount 600 if you had it in the first place. Today, I'm not going to tell you about the news of GTI and the development of GTI. We're going to dedicate a separate meeting to that. Probably in the near future, we're going to have a direct broadcast, an interview with Dr. Unitsky himself, because we still have things to discuss with Dr. Unitsky and to inform our investors community and what kind of intermediate results probably have been achieved in funding optimization. Probably there have been some specific solutions have been proposed, and I think Dr. Unitsky will gladly talk to us probably this month. And in the context of the technology development, we will probably discuss all of the topics with Dr. Unitsky. So we're not going to discuss the development of GTI or UST right now. Today, we're talking about the marketing platform. So friends, probably today's meeting was a little bit chaotic. The reason might be that this week was very intensive. That takes a lot of energy and strength out of us. But I think I still managed to deliver the main message, give you the updates of about Micron Global and RSW Systems. And I think I gave you all the news about the novelties that are going to be introduced. So if you have questions to ask, but on topic, please, about Marketing Global platform, not verification or registration, we're not going to discuss individual cases at this meeting. So guys, if you have some difficulties, I will still refer you to the customer support. So questions to ask, questions on point relative to today's topic, please do so, because it's been, half an hour probably since we started the meeting, and I already delivered all the news. So Dmitry, you can enable the chat, and I will gladly answer the questions that we have. So I cannot give you any news about the United States because nothing global has happened, which means everything is going according to plan. So why Russians cannot register on Micron Global? Well, we already mentioned it, that it's quite easy. There are certain limitations imposed by the Russian law in terms of the operation of the marketing platforms. So right now, we cannot legally operate in Russia or for Russian residents because of the Russian laws. And we already given that information several times over. Alexei is asking, just give me a second. Is everything fine in Sharjah, the United Arab Emirates? Why are you asking? Well, probably I know why, but right now everything is fine. You're talking about the current geopolitical risks and turbulence, right? Of course, geopolitical risks are ever present and they will influence the operation of the GTI group of companies. At the closed meeting with our investors, this similar question was asked, and I gave a very appropriate metaphor, I think, or a case, probably better put it. So it was about a commercial project in Ukraine. Literally, late 2021, there was a project to be implemented in Ukraine, actual project where municipality already paid first money, first advance on the pre-design work. It was a project to connect the suburbs to Kiev, the capital. It was 5 or 7 kilometers long, the track. And the company, late 2021, submitted, made the payment, the pre-designed documents were given in return, and the project should have been moved to the next stage. And in February 2022, the war broke out. And the question is, do geopolitical events influence GTI? Of course they do, somewhere directly, somewhere indirectly. And I'm deeply convinced that if there hadn't been war in Ukraine, I'm sure this project would have been fully implemented. I was directly, personally involved in the implementation of that project in my own capacity. And I can tell you for sure, there was a very, very high chance, likelihood, that that project would have been implemented. Because in that particular location, that particular municipality had the money budget for infrastructural development, and there were serious intentions at the highest level possible. But then things happened that we all know about. So when people say there are no risks, risks are always present, and if there is a war or a conflict around, then risks can be even higher. But as for Sharjah, everything is quiet for now. So hopefully this process, this geopolitical conflict will not produce major impact and will subside, will quiet down gradually. But our advantage is that we diversified our production facilities and R&D centers. We have R&D center in more than one location. We have also clients from other regions that can and will be placing commercial orders. So, of course, if it's something global, that it might affect everyone. Nobody is invulnerable. For example, there was another crisis not related to geopolitical situation. For example, the pandemic crisis, and the company successfully overcame that crisis. Then we had a crisis situation related to insufficient funding, and by joining efforts, we came out of that crisis too. So we've moved away from the edge of the abyss, and we did it literally in 5 days in January. And this is our huge, huge merit. friends. So even if there are some events happening, our strength is in unity. Our strength is in number, in our resources. And when we join those resources, we can help the company get out probably of any situation that can directly or indirectly influence the development of the GTI company. That's the force of crowd investing, from small to great, as the slogan of Micron Global says. Okay, next. Regarding the rank, if you want to be assigned an equivalent rank, yes, you write to the support and you attach a screenshot from your previous back office. There is a whole procedure how it should be done, and our colleagues will help you from the customer support. Hello from Philadelphia, the United States. Zuhra is writing, is there a chance that US residents can register on Micron Global? Yes, there is a hope that US nationals will also be able to register on Micron Global. The company is looking for a possibility to make sure that everyone can register, to be able to work globally. I'm talking about the obtaining of licenses and permits. So I'm sure in time the company will obtain all the licenses and permits, and everyone will be able to register. And that will be a completely new wave of opportunities for us. Next. So someone is asking, why not leave the opportunity to invest in RSW Systems? Yes, you will be able to reinvest and invest in RSW Systems if you pre-purchased a package until the 21st of March. Make a second and a third repeat purchase. But from the 22nd of March, only sales will only be available on Micron Global. We already discussed it on numerous occasions. Yes, there will be still news published on RSW Systems platform about GTI development, UST incorporated development. So don't worry, there will be a news feed kept updated. So Elmer is asking, are we going to continue receiving commission from RSW Systems with installment payments or from installment payments? They will be available for a certain period of time. I will tell you more on the 21st of March. In time, the referral system will be disabled on RSW Systems too, to make sure that the GTI funding optimization plan that allows us to purchase packages at such high discounts, to make sure that plan works in the interests not only of investors, but of the GTI group of companies itself. Because colleagues, let's be honest here and fully realize that right now we received or were offered very high discounts. Yes, those discounts made the project more attractive in terms of investing. And most of our partners, the absolute majority of our partners, reinvest the commission that they received from the current marketing program on RSW Systems. So they reinvested their commissions. But you need to understand that the company is selling way more pre-IPO shares for the same money. So what I'm saying here is by launching Micron Global platform, we can make very good commission on the new platform, probably with even better terms that right now you have on RSW Systems. So we need to aim for the balance. So there will be a transition period during which the referral system will be disabled on RSW Systems. I will tell you about that period on the 21st of March, how it's going to happen. And by the way, I already touched upon it and hinted at it I'm talking about the referral program on RSW Systems. So please take this with understanding as well. Just let's take numbers. For $1,000, the GTI gives 700,000 pre-IPO shares. So right now, in the marketing plan, the total commission is 31%, which is $310 on $1,000. So partners reinvest that money, which means that money stays with the company, but the company has to give you pre-IPO shares in exchange. So they give you $1,310 worth of pre-IPO shares. And then again, the commission is used to reinvest. And again, the company has to sell or give more pre-IPO shares. So for $1,000, the company receives $1,000, but allocates shares for the amount of almost $2,000 or $1,700 in total because of the tiers and levels. But we need to understand that pre-IPO shares are finite. They are not endless. We need to understand that. And right now, we are using this funding optimization plan to address the current financial problem, but we need to be aware of the immediate future and the future that is not that far away. So friends, it is very important to understand that, to be aware of that, to realize that. And as for the referral program, if you want to benefit from it, you will be able to do so on Micron Global. So on the 21st of March, I will tell you what's going to happen to the referral system on RSW Systems. Why in the United States we cannot register on Micron Global? Because there is an organization called Securities and Exchange Commission that regulates finance and investments, and they have a set of criteria, and we do not yet match those criteria. So right now, the United States residents or tax residents cannot be our clients. Investors still do not have access to back office, to customer support. Well, so you can write to the customer support, but please do realize that the customer support is over flooded with tickets. Just be patient. When will the card payments be restored on RSW Systems? Well, card payments are already restored, but not from all regions. We already added a number of countries that weren't available before. So some of the countries that were not available in the bank card payment list now are available. So as for the reverse payback or the reverse purchase, I cannot tell you anything right now, so I don't want to give you false expectations to buyback, sorry. Yes, the buyback. I cannot tell you anything right now specific. I don't want to give you false expectations, okay? So let me take a look at the questions. So, colleagues, once again, I would like to remind you that please do write questions in the chat in Russian. So you can do so by using Google Translate. So do not spend time on my time and your time to translate them. So if you translate them beforehand, I can read them directly from the chat, because right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 languages at the same time. So if I take your comment in your language and translate it on Google Translate myself, we're gonna end that meeting at midnight, which is not really convenient. So for convenience sake, we have a rule that was introduced quite some time ago, and that's how it's go. Please use Google Translate to translate your question into Russian first, and then copy paste the translation into the chat. So colleagues, look, someone is asking about the India projects, commercial projects. Look, all of the questions related to commercial projects in specific locations and territories, all of those questions, those updates are given on the official websites of GTI, UST Incorporated, Uscovery, YouTube channel, news digest that is issued on a regular basis. So we, as a marketing service provider and as a crowd investing platform, RSW Systems platform, do not have more information than we're given by the group of companies on their official website. So such questions are not entirely appropriate, I'd say. You understand what I mean, right? So we need to wait for the official updates and news on the official websites. And GTI never conceals anything. As soon as some updates appears, we learn about it almost on that same very day. And also the port-related projects, I cannot tell you anything extra that you don't already know. So someone is asking, I would like to know whether the bonuses have been credited for newly registered accounts. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, accounts on RSW Systems or Micron Global. On RSW Systems, the referral program is still effective, and there haven't been any sales on Micron Global, so there can't be any referral bonuses. So you need to clarify what you mean. Elmer is asking, some of the customer support section on RSW Systems is blocked. So people weren't able to receive their bonuses from the first promo. So remember I told you, all the partners who did not receive their bonuses for one-off payment will receive them. All those bonuses are credited manually, one by one. So we collected all of your tickets, and those tickets are processed one by one. I want to remind you that on the RSW Systems website, on the 31st of January, was subject to DDoS attack. And because of that DDoS attack, certain system failures happened in back offices. So everything accumulated in terms of technical issues will be addressed in time, for sure. But we need to be patient here, okay? So don't worry. Your bonus pre-IPO shares will be credited. That's why we're taking that 2-week break in sales from the 22nd or 21st of March until the 5th of April. That's exactly the time we need to address all the backlog. Can we pay with a bank card when purchasing packages on Micron Global? Yes, you will be able to use your bank cards, and now we're working on making sure that most countries and regions are covered. So colleagues, on the 21st of March, we're going to have a meeting where we'll finalize the operation of RSW Systems, and during that meeting, I will answer some of the technical questions. And there, you will have, there will be RSW Systems platform covered and the activities on Micron Global. All of it will be discussed on the 21st of March. In the interim between today and the 21st of March, probably we will have a meeting with Dr. Unitsky live, probably, if he finds a slot in his schedule to join us and to spend an hour and a half with us live. So friends, right now I would like to thank you very much for being present here. Today we had almost 900 people at the peak. Thank you for your attention and your attendance. And I also wanted to tell you that we have just 9 days, last days left of operation of RSW Systems. I want to tell you that that's a unique period because that's when you can lock in the most preferential discounts that you will be able to enjoy probably throughout the entire year in terms of the number of months, if you split every package in 5 months multiplied by 3. So friends, do take the best use of that opportunity yourselves, share that opportunity with people you know, and please remember, friends, that such opportunities are not going to repeat it very often. Probably will, but that will be a very, very rare occasion. And in our history, it was just once, that opportunity was repeated once in 12 years. Such discounts were offered like 12 years ago, probably in 2014. So do appreciate those opportunities, and we appreciate you. We love you very much and respect you very much. And in the end, I would like to express my deep gratitude to our Vietnamese partners, investors, and colleagues who literally 4 days ago held a huge event in Vietnam. It was held on the 8th of March, International Women's Day. Our Vietnamese partners had a huge meeting, offline meeting, almost 600 people present in the room, and they made a huge contribution to the development of both current platform RSW Systems and also laid the grounds for the operation of our updated platform, Micron Global. So I'd like to thank our Vietnamese investors, the family of Kim Ho, and I would like to show you a video at the end of our meeting, how it was, how majestic that event was. So friends, I wanted to tell you that once we start actively working on Micron Global, we will have dozens of such events, hundreds of such events around the world, in different countries. So friends, all eyes on the screen, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
là một cầu nối cho một sự kiện vô cùng trọng đại và vinh dự này. Những lời nói đầu tiên cho các nghệ sĩ được thay lời cho ban tổ chức chương trình trân trọng gửi tới tất cả quý vị các anh chị một lời cảm ơn chân thành. Sự hiện diện của quý vị chính là những mảnh ghép yêu thương để cho sự kiện ngày hôm nay được diễn ra thành công tốt đẹp. Nhân dịp đầu xuân năm mới, sắc xuân vẫn còn, hương xuân vẫn còn đọng trên từng nhành cây, những kẽ lá, những ánh nắng, những con đường và trong tất cả mỗi trái tim yêu thương của tất cả quý vị, xin gửi tới quý vị một lời chúc xuân an khang thịnh vượng. Và đặc biệt ngày hôm nay cũng là một ngày mà cả thế giới chúng ta đang tôn vinh cho một nửa yêu thương. Trong tháng đỏ này, xin được gửi lời chúc tới các bà, các mẹ, các chị, những người phụ nữ, những con non tươi thắm của ngày 18 tháng 3. Một lời chúc luôn luôn dạng người xinh đẹp và chúc cho sự kiện của chúng ta thành công tốt đẹp. Hãy dành tiếng chào vào tay thật lớn cùng chào đón lên sân khấu và chia sẻ của anh Đặng Phi Công.
Cũng cảm ơn anh Maksym để giúp chúng tôi kết nối. Hôm nay chương trình này chúng tôi mong muốn những nhà đầu tư đang yêu công nghệ, yêu chủ tịch, chúng tôi đến đây với mong muốn được nhìn thấy ngài, nghe ngài chia sẻ trực tiếp, và chúng tôi cũng rất là cảm ơn vì hôm nay là ngày 8 tháng 3 cũng như là ngày đầu xuân năm mới của chúng tôi đã được công ty tạo ra một chương trình tri ân cho tất cả các anh chị em đang có mặt tại buổi gặp mặt ngày hôm nay. Xin hãy dành một tràng pháo tay cảm ơn đến ban lãnh đạo công ty và chủ tịch ạ. Xin cảm ơn rất là nhiều. Hôm nay nhân ngày đầu xuân năm mới, em thơ xin được kính chúc tất cả các cô chú các anh chị đang có mặt trong khán phòng ngày hôm nay một năm mới tràn đầy sức khỏe và đạt mọi thành tựu trong cuộc sống, được không ạ?
What's real and what I can't control. I've been thinking about you in the nighttime, feeling all just taking over. You bring the sun, light up the sky in the dark. You got me losing myself deep in this high. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love. Falling in love, baby.
Trần Trung, người mà đã hướng dẫn tôi, nói với tôi là tôi đã tham gia từ năm 2018 đến bây giờ. Rất cảm ơn cô Dung. Thế cho nên nhân hôm nay ngày thứ 8 tháng 3 thì xin tặng cô Dung kiến thức mừng xuân quý mò ngựa phi mã đáo thành công. Đấy là chữ ngựa thì viết thành em đeo ngựa chữ ngựa là viết thành con ngựa. Đấy ở đây và tặng hai vợ chồng anh cái chữ ngựa này. Cái chỉ có câu thơ này: tân niên hạnh phúc, bính họa xuân đầu, mã đáo thành công, cát tường như ý.
Tell me more, but all my senses are fading away. Every time you come around my worries, you know you take them away.